talk to the neighbors and they remember it different than I do, so I better not say anything.
And you guys had so many interesting stories, like everything from big pig operations to a lot of different ventures that other people never tried in the early days.
Yeah, one of my neighbors told me I was a liar when I told him something about raising the pigs.
Didn't figure you tried it, huh?
No, everybody sees things differently.
I guess that's right. How many years were you in the farming business, Emmet?
Well, I call it 51. I don't know whether you would or not. I was only 13, 1921, and then I quit in 1972.
Yeah, that's a lot of years on that.
I've known you and your place for ever since I was a young fellow, just about.
Yeah, well, yeah, we farmed with horses and we experimented with big teams pulling 6-bottom plow. And
see, how many horses would that take to pull a 6-bottom plow?
12 to 18 that used various teams.
Gee, that'd be something to get used to that, trying to handle that many.
A lot of them are green Broncos. With the proper hitch, you could control them there because that Talkington hitch was so flexible. Horse could go ahead 4 to 6 feet and drop back and still have to pull about the same amount.
Gee.
They had the leaders pretty well the days of
Yeah, you can figure that out. This front one hinges to the next one. They're short. One end's short and the other one's long, and you figure out the leverage.
And we used to do this. Fastest one in front, you know, had the lead team.
Yeah.
You had 2 horses in front, maybe 4 behind. Then we thought we were doing something.
Rigged up that way, had them what they call bucked in and tied back. They were tied together with a short strap, and then there was a forked rein that come back to the next horse's equalizer. So if a horse tried to get too far ahead, it pulled on his rein.
And to break in a new horse, we put him between.
Well,
then he had to
the
go
way
over.
we did it was
He couldn't get away from it.
the green horse is pretty soft, and you gotta take it easy. You just have them walk alongside and not doing any work for a while, and then get them toughened in. You can start them working half a day at a time. Well, you know about horses.
At least
Make 18 to 20 miles a day. So that's you're fast horse. You get pretty early, but you have some slow folks there. You got kind of late.
Some guys took great pride in their draft horses. We never had expensive ones.
Well, I had a team that paid $400 for them like that. They were a dandy team too. At that time they were high priced, you know.
Well, that's like a good car nowadays.
Yeah.
They were out of sight.
And I had a good pony for, paid $100 for it.
Yeah, when land was $1 an acre, about 1900,
Yeah.
them horses were
Then after
$300-400 a
That's
piece.
pretty valuable horses.
They had that fox farm. They bought those horses sometimes.
Feed them to the foxes.
Fed them to the foxes, you know.
What were some of the first tractors that you used, Emmet?
We had a cross-mounted case.
Oh.
And then we got a Hart Power and a International 1530.
What sizes were some of those early tractors? What size plow did you pull?
Oh, we pulled a 4-bottom plow, I think, with that case, although it was kind of weak on it. And it's mostly 4-bottom plow.
Did you get into farming early enough to do quite a bit of, was there quite a bit of virgin sod that you guys broke up, or was that all done before you took over?
Some, not big tracts were broke up, but just, oh, I don't know, it's less than 10 years ago that Jacobson's broke up that east of the coulee there.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, that had the original Fort Totten, Fort Stevenson trail where the military vehicles moved four abreast.
I see.
Had 4 sets of ruts.
Gee, that's interesting. You should have saved those, huh?
Well, nobody's interested. And over south on, I don't know whether that's land you farm or not, south of where the old water tank used to be, there was a couple of cavalrymen killed.
Oh.
They turned their horses loose to graze at night and sent these guys out to get them, and got out of sight from the camp. The Indians got them.
Oh boy.
There was, that was chiseled on a rock out there.
That's right. I believe that rock has been moved to into the park in Maddock now. It's got some carvings on it from some early dates.
Yeah. This guy that runs the store at the old mission, he got kind of a history of North Dakota, and he called that, I think, Palmer Springs, where that railroad water tank was.
Oh yeah.
Bear.
Never worked this before.
Now we get to practice with Debbie on the camera. I don't get to look at that red light very often.
No.
So
You've been doing all right then.
now you get to have Debbie take pictures until pretty soon her shoulder will go numb from having that camera set there.
Well, let's hear some of your
They start
stories.
putting out down roots and
Yeah. What are we?
Yeah, you'll be on the movies then.
Did your family go to school in Flora, Emmet?
I never did. I don't know whether Loretta did or not. We went to school, to a schoolhouse on the corner there, where that road used to go up to the Maddock place.
Was that the one up by Linners there?
Yeah, that one. That was built, I think, in 1914. And that's the first year I went to school.
Oh yeah. When do you suppose the Flora School was built? Either one remember that? I mean, the brick building that's now being torn down? Yeah?
28 or 29, wasn't it, Leonard?
Is that when the Flora School was built, around 1928 or?
Yeah,
30.
about that.
I don't know, it's somewhere in there. I can't remember.
It really was a pretty new building, wasn't it, too?
That was full one time.
Good news.
They first had 3 small ones.
Aurora
They
Township
built that
was
new big one and they,
populated almost entirely by renters at that time, and
yeah,
they voted in the big new schoolhouse, which is all right, but
that was,
it wasn't long before they were short of pupils.
yeah, there wasn't any people moved away or grew up, you know, and that's good school.
Well, Ray Maddock helped. What did he have, 10? He lived there around Flora for quite a while.
What kind of was the years that Flora started to become a popular town?
Oh, I don't know when the railroad come through. Up until,
Has been around 1900, or was it or later than that, or you think?
I haven't got the date, but I think it was, I think it was around that, but I don't know. Leo would know maybe if we could ever get him to.
There used to be a lot of grain elevators in Flora. How many was there at one time?
Oh, I can't remember that now. Yeah, I know there was a lot of them.
4 or
There was
5
2 lumber yards and hotel and meat market. At one time, Flora was bigger than Maddock. Well, Schuyler owned the town site, And he charged so much for lot Flora that
And that's what
people
Ren-
bought in Maddock, and Maddock became the bigger town.
Scarlet could have that big town there if he had been so high priced on his land.
Well, that's interesting.
Then he got sitting there with nobody to sell it to.
I'm trying to collect
The name of Flora, I think, come from a young lady who was sort of queen of the ball around there that time, Flora Case. And I don't know who, I think she was related to some of the early settlers there. I don't know if it was Schuyler or Baldwin, I don't know who was, Baldwin had a big house there. Culstrud's had a great big house there. There was a lot of buildings there, 2 lumber yards, or did I tell you that? Garage, blacksmith shop.
One thing I often thought of is, for a small town, that I can never remember Flora having more than one church. Did it ever have more than one church?
Did I know that was a community church?
Yeah, it was non-denominational, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe Jack Hobbs is one of the ones that started it, and he didn't really believe much in
The minister they had there one time, he didn't have hardly any members, so he had to.
Yeah, and it was a church for anybody that wanted to have service in it.
They got to be the Lutherans took it over then.
But it never was an official Lutheran church either, I don't think.
No, it wasn't. No. It was sort of a community church,
Yeah.
you know, anybody could use it. And there was a minister there, I forget what denomination, he lived in that house behind there, but then he couldn't get enough to live off, you know. So.
Well, when was that, now we have that, is it Greenwood Cemetery it's called, or
Yeah.
on your land up there?
No, it was Michael Maddox.
Oh.
That was a cousin of mine was the first one buried there. Mary Ellen Sullivan, I believe was her name.
Yeah, there were some Sullivans around.
Well, they weren't related to them. It was Sullivan's from Wisconsin. Got a picture of her and my mother taken about 1890. I think it was before my mother was married.
Is that where your parents are buried?
Yeah.
That cemetery?
Yeah, most of the family's buried there.
And the Flora Cemetery, that was Jack Hobbs, off of Jack Hobbs's land, wasn't it?
Yeah. Herb Birch used to be the sort of undertaker around there. And he was a nephew of Jack Hobbs. Birch.
Mm-hmm.
He was the homesteader on the place that I knew.
Did the Hobbs farm, which, for the sake of the camera, is where Savvy's farm, has it always been about the same size farm from early days? Or large? Or
I think
large
there were
at the
4 or 5 Hobbs brothers. And tuberculosis was a bad disease in those days. Their building site was, their homestead shacks were on that next quarter there, between Dennis's farms and Leo, right along the road. And when they died, Hobbs took over. At first it wasn't legally his, but he got it.
Yeah, that's interesting.